Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Fay and Yoko real life Patner. Fay. Full name, Fay Min. Stage name, Fay. Date of birth, February 14th, 1998. Age, 27, as of 2025. Birthplace, Seoul, South Korea. Nationality, Korean. Zodiac sign, Aquarius. Height, 167 centimeters. 5 feet 6 inches. Weight, 49 kilograms. Blood type, A. Languages, Korean, English, conversational Japanese. Agency, Nova Entertainment. Occupation, singer, songwriter, actress, model. Years active, 2017, present. Relationship status, in a confirmed relationship with Yoko Han 2 Hearts. Early life and the girl who dreamed in melodies. Born on Valentine's Day in the heart of Seoul, Fay Min was music long before she ever sang. Her mother, a florist, filled their home with color and scent, while her father, a guitarist in a small band, filled it with rhythm. From the moment she could speak, she was singing. First nursery rhymes, then little songs she made up about her cat, Cherry. At 10, she joined her local children's choir, where her angelic tone and emotional expressiveness caught attention. By 14, she was writing songs inspired by the rain and the feeling of growing up too fast. She auditioned for Nova Entertainment at 16 and was accepted immediately for her soulful vocals and undeniable stage presence. Even as a trainee, she stood out, not because she tried harder, but because she felt deeper. One vocal coach once said, "When Faye sings, you don't just hear her voice, you see her heart." Rising to stardom. Faye debuted in 2017 with her mini-album Bloom, a dreamy R&B pop record that reflected her youth and vulnerability. The title track, Petal Rain, became an instant hit for its bittersweet lyrics about love and loss. Her music wasn't about perfection, it was about honesty. Her follow-up albums, Horizon 2019 and Moonlight Secret 2024, cemented her as one of the most authentic artists of her generation. Faye's voice became synonymous with emotional truth, soft, melancholic, and filled with sincerity. Known for her versatility, she also stepped into acting in 2022, starring in the indie drama When the Sun Sleeps, earning praise for her natural and quiet performance. But even as she explored different paths, music remained her home. Her fans, lovingly known as Flares, a nod to her name and the light she brings, describe her voice as a warm sunrise after a long night. Artistry and personality. Faye's artistry is rooted in empathy. Her lyrics often revolve around healing, growth, and the fragile beauty of being human. She writes most of her own songs, drawing inspiration from journals she has kept since her teenage years. On stage, she is graceful and magnetic, the kind of performer who doesn't need to do much to command attention. Offstage, she's known for her calm humor, her kindness towards staff, and her quiet laughter that everyone says Yoko fell in love with first. Her MBTI is INFP, which she once described as a blessing and a curse. "I feel everything too deeply, but that's why I make art." Fay and Yoko, love in its softest form. The world officially found out about Fay and Yoko in November 2025, when Dispatch revealed their relationship. But their story had begun long before that, quietly, beautifully, away from the noise. They met in 2024 during a joint variety program. Yoko, known for his quiet composure, found himself smiling more around Fay. She later admitted that his calmness felt like music before a song begins. They started exchanging messages about songwriting, which soon turned into long conversations about life, loneliness, and hope. Friends say they balance each other perfectly. He's her calm, she's his warmth, one insider shared. When Faye is nervous before a performance, Yoko sends her handwritten notes with doodles of stars. When he struggles with writer's block, she sits beside him in silence until he finds his melody again. They are rarely seen in public together, but when they are, it's never staged, always natural. A shared coffee cup, matching rings, a quiet smile that says everything words can't. Yoko once said in an interview, "Some people make you want to be louder. She makes me want to listen more." Faye later responded in her own interview with a soft smile. He's the piece I didn't know I was looking for. Together, they've become a symbol of real love in a fast world. Gentle, steady, and deeply human. Personal life and favorites. Despite her fame, Faye lives simply and values small joys. She often says her ideal day off is spending time with people who make me laugh and a cup of tea I didn't have to reheat twice. Steaming bowl, favorite foods. Spicy teppanyaki and seaweed rolls, her comfort combo. Mango shaved ice. Yoko's homemade omuris. Her fans call it their signature couple meal. Artist palette favorite color. Soft lavender. She says it feels like calmness with hope. Clapperboard hobbies. Journaling with scented pens. Painting with watercolor. Taking Polaroids of quiet places. Collecting perfume bottles. Late-night songwriting with candles lit and soft jazz playing. Headphone musical influences. IU, Tion, Billie Eilish, and Yoko himself. She often says that he changed the way I write about love. Dog-faced pets. She has a rescue cat named Mori, often seen lounging next to Yoko's dog Kumo in fan photos. Cherry blossom, favorite flower. Baby's breath. She says they look fragile but grow everywhere. Speech balloon personality traits. Empathetic, kind, and fiercely loyal. Quietly confident and strong-willed. Deep thinker and daydreamer. Has a habit of talking to herself while writing lyrics. Prefers handwritten letters to texts. Public image and philosophy. Faye has become more than just a singer. She's a symbol of authenticity and self-love. Her fans admire her for speaking openly about imperfection, self-worth, and the courage to heal. She often says during fan meets, "Even when life feels heavy, don't forget you still shine. Light doesn't disappear just because it's hidden." Her stage presence is ethereal, but her real strength lies in how relatable she is. She feels like someone you've known all your life. Together with Yoko, she embodies a rare kind of love, not the dramatic kind made for cameras, but the gentle kind that lasts quietly behind closed doors. Fun facts about Faye. Her MBTI is INFP, the dreamer. She's left-handed but plays guitar right-handed. She can't start her day without lemon water and a playlist of acoustic songs. Her favorite movie is About Time. Her signature scent is vanilla and musk. She has a small star tattoo behind her ear, representing hope that never fades. She wears matching bracelets with Yoko. Hers says moonlight, his says sunrise. Legacy in bloom. At just 27, Faye Min has already left an unforgettable mark on the industry. She's more than a voice. She's a feeling, a mirror reflecting what it means to be tender and brave in a chaotic world. Her love story with Yoko only amplifies what fans already see in her. A woman who believes in love, honesty, and art that heals. In an interview shortly after Dispatch's reveal, when asked if love changed her music, Faye smiled and said, "It didn't change my music. It made it make sense." And that's Faye, the woman who sings like a whisper, loves like a poem, and lives like the light you never want to lose. Tulip Dizzy, Yoko Han. Full name, Han Yoko. Stage name, Yoko. Date of birth, September 23rd, 1997. Age, 28, as of 2025. Birthplace, Osaka, Japan. Nationality, Korean-Japanese. Zodiac sign, Libra. Height, 180 centimeters, 5 feet 11 inches. Weight, 68 kilograms. Blood type, O. Languages, Korean, Japanese, English. Agency, Nova Entertainment. Occupation, singer, songwriter, producer, actor. Years active, 2016, present. Relationship status, in a confirmed relationship with singer-songwriter Faye Two Hearts. Early life and dreams. Born to a Korean father and Japanese mother, Yoko Han grew up surrounded by 2 cultures, 2 languages, and one unshakable dream. Music. His mother, a piano teacher, introduced him to classical melodies before he could even write his name. His father, a jazz enthusiast, filled the house with the sound of saxophones and vinyl records. From the start, Yoko was different, quiet, observant, and endlessly curious. He would spend hours sketching lyrics in his notebook, translating emotions into words he was too shy to say out loud. At age 15, he began uploading covers and original songs on YouTube under the pseudonym Echo Kid. His soft voice and poetic lyrics quickly gained attention, eventually leading him to audition for Nova Entertainment in Seoul. Moving to a new country alone at 17, Yoko trained rigorously for 2 years before debuting, not as part of a group, but as a solo artist who had something pure to say. The debut of a dreamer. Yoko officially debuted in 2016 with the single Echoes of You. The song's raw emotion and minimalist style instantly set him apart in the fast-paced idol scene. Instead of choreography and bright beats, Yoko offered stillness, a song that felt like a confession whispered at 2 a.m. The track went viral for its haunting honesty, earning him the nickname The Quiet Storm. Fans resonated with his message: vulnerability is strength. His debut album, Paper Wings, 2018, explored the fragility of self-discovery, followed by Still Blue, 2020, a masterpiece about growth, heartbreak, and healing. His 2023 album, You First, became his most successful to date, topping charts in over 15 countries and cementing him as one of Asia's most profound singer-songwriters. Artistry and style. Yoko's artistry is rooted in sincerity. Every lyric he writes comes from a lived emotion: joy, fear, heartbreak, or hope. He often says that music is how he survives the noise of the world. His sound blends R&B, indie pop, and soft acoustic influences, creating what critics call emotional minimalism. He produces most of his songs himself, often in dim studios lit only by a single lamp. Yoko's personality offstage mirrors his art: quiet, introspective, and poetic. He doesn't chase trends or headlines. Instead, he builds worlds with words. When he speaks, his voice is calm, deliberate, and thoughtful. When he smiles, it feels like the kind of warmth that stays with you long after he leaves the room. Relationship with Faye, a love hidden in plain sight. In November 2025, Dispatch revealed that Yoko was in a relationship with Faye, one of the industry's most admired singers. The news confirmed what fans had long suspected, that the chemistry between them wasn't just artistic, it was real. According to insiders, their relationship began quietly after a joint variety show appearance in 2024. Late-night messages about songwriting turned into long phone calls, and soon into something neither of them expected: love. They share an unspoken bond, gentle, patient, and deeply respectful. While Yoko often prefers silence, Faye fills it with laughter. Where she brings light, he brings calm. Friends describe them as two souls that make sense together. Faye has said in interviews that Yoko is her favorite place to rest. Yoko, in turn, has mentioned that Faye inspires him to write songs that feel like home. Their love isn't loud or performative. It's steady, nurturing, and profoundly sincere. Dispatch's photos of them walking hand in hand through the quiet streets of Seoul broke the internet. Not because of shock, but because of how real their affection looked. Fans flooded social media with support, calling them the calmest love story in chaos. Personal life and favorites. Despite his fame, Yoko leads a simple, grounded life. He often says that his happiest days are the quiet ones. Cherry Blossom favorite food: ramen, specifically miso-based, with extra egg. Matcha ice cream. Faye's homemade kimchi fried rice, reportedly his comfort meal. Artist palette favorite color: deep navy blue, the color of stillness before dawn, he once said. Books favorite hobbies: reading poetry. His favorite poet is Haruki Murakami. Taking film photos. Writing music alone at night. Long drives without a destination. Watching Faye's live performances from backstage. Poprin's pets. He owns a Shiba Inu named Kyumo, Cloud, who occasionally appears in his social media posts. Faye often babysits Kyumo when Yoko is on tour. Headphone musical influences: Joji, Kinshiro Yanazu, Dean, and Frank Ocean, artists who, like him, blur the lines between emotion and art. Milky Way personality traits. Thoughtful and quietly romantic. Extremely loyal to friends and fans. Perfectionist in his work, but soft-hearted in relationships. Prefers peace over attention. Often called the calm center of the storm by his team. Public image and legacy. To the public, Yoko represents authenticity in an industry often obsessed with perfection. He's not the loudest, the flashiest, or the trendiest, but he's the most felt. His fans, called Kamaribi, describe him as the person who makes pain sound like poetry. They admire not just his talent, but his honesty. He speaks openly about loneliness, balance, and self-acceptance, often saying, "You don't have to be perfect to be worth loving. You just have to be real." In every sense, Yoko is both artist and healer. Someone who turns silence into song and heartbreak into hope. And now, with Faye by his side, he's entering a new era, one not just defined by solitude, but by shared light. Together, they've become the embodiment of something rare in fame, love that feels human. Fun facts about Yoko. His MBTI is INFJ, introspective, empathetic, and creative. He always carries a small notebook where he writes random lyrics or dreams he remembers. He dislikes loud parties and prefers quiet rooftop dinners. His favorite movie is Your Name, Kimi no Na wa, because it's about finding someone you were always meant to meet. He once said his ideal day off would be rain outside, coffee brewing, Faye humming while I write. His favorite flower is white hydrangea, symbolizing gratitude and sincerity. Legacy in progress. Yoko Han isn't just an artist. He's a feeling. Every song he writes, every glance he shares on stage, carries a depth that words can barely hold. He represents the modern generation's longing for authenticity, for real love, real emotion, real peace. In an interview last year, when asked what happiness means to him, Yoko smiled and said, "It's waking up next to someone who makes silence feel full." And with Faye, he finally found that silence, not empty, but infinite. Crescent Moon.